For day number 1 of Vlogmas, we're going to go back to where it all began. Spin it. Hey DMD family, welcome back to another Discs MD video, and first day of Vlogmas, first time doing Vlogmas, so we'll see how this goes. One a day for 25 days, but I am not releasing videos on Sunday, so that will be my nuance to Vlogmas. Monday through Saturday videos, no video on Sunday. That's my day of rest. So for this day 1 of Vlogmas, we're going to go back to the very beginning of this channel, and the driver to this channel was me joining the Power Disc Golf Academy. I did that December 2022. I think the second week, I'll have to ask David about that. I think the second week of December is when I joined the Power Disc Golf Academy. And the very first video that the Academy released, instructional video anyway, was The Putting Game by Paul Uleberry. A game which almost all of us to this day still do, and I think it's very relevant. So today we're going to go over the putting game, what it is, and then I'm going to show you my variation to the putting game now that it's been 10 months and see how I do. So let's get to it. So for the beginner version of this, when you're first starting out, it's 2 putters, your basket, and I use cones. So this is how it plays out. You start at 4 paces. Let me show you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that's your starting point. You putt 2 putters. If you make both, you move on. You move on to 5 paces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and you go again. If you only make 1, you stay at 4 paces, and if you don't make either, you start all over, right? So you'll see as I go through, it's pretty easy, but say I'm at station 5, which is 8 paces, and I miss both, I have to start all the way over at 4 paces, right? So that's how the game sort of works out, and it sort of looks like this, and I may speed this up. What I didn't say here was you work your way out to 10 paces. So you start at 4 paces, work your way out to 10 paces. If you make both, you get to move on. If you only make 1, you have to stay where you are. If you miss both, you have to start all over again at 4 paces. So 10 paces for me is about 25 feet. So there I would have to start all over, okay? So I got all the way back to 7 paces, and I'd have to start all over. So that's how the game works with 2 putters. Like I said, you don't have to have the cones. I do it because I'm lazy. I don't feel like pacing it out every time, but you can pace it out every time. You can do this alone and time yourself, or you can do it with someone else and make a game of it. I typically have my girls out here, and we'll make a game of it. Whoever finishes first wins. So now that I've been putting for a while, and I've been in the academy for a while, and I've done the 2 putter, and I'm up to 5 putters. It's the same basic thing, but I give myself a little leeway. I don't have to make all 5 to move on, but I have to make 4 in order to move on, right? So if I want to move on, I have to make 4. If I only make 3, I stay in the same spot, and if I make 2 or less, I have to start all over. So it's a little more challenging, and again, I haven't gotten straight through yet, but I'm getting close. So for the rest of this video, the other thing is, let me show you real quick. Right here are 2 cones. 1 and then 2. Those are 15 feet beyond my basket. Any putts that go beyond that 15 feet, you have to make the comebacker, or you start all over again. So that's the other wrinkle in the putting game. So for the rest of the video, what I'm going to do is try to do my 5 putter and get to the very end, and let's time to see how well I do. And again, I'll probably just speed this up so you guys don't get too bored. I may make some commentary in between, but for the most part, let's just speed this up and get to the end. This is where it gets dicey for me. Let's see. All right, cool. Get to move on. Ah, gotta stay there. Okay. We'll get it. All right, get to go to pace 10. Last cone. Let's go. Gotta do it again. Let's get it. All right, gotta do it again. The one's right behind the camera here. And time. All right, well, there you have it. That's my version of the putting game. Get a workout there. A little winded from having to run back and forth. But then you have to deal with your endurance. You have to deal with the timer. I have to deal with the camera. So it's a good way to give you some pressure, right? Make sure you can perform under pressure. So this is the putting game. I'll put my time below. That's the time to beat for me and for you. So if you do it and you beat the time, put it in the comments below. Let's challenge ourselves a little more this off season, especially with our putting, and get better in putting. So welcome to Vlogmas. Hope you liked the video. If you did, like, subscribe, comment, and until next time, enjoy the journey. Here's your verse of the day.